Up until 2020, every year Six Flags released an announcement video announcing the new attractions coming to each park for the upcoming season. 2020 circumstances led to no new rides and all the 2020 ones being postponed to 2021. There was no announcement video, and with the new CEO, who knows what will be this year. But I'm still going to release my predictions. So here we go.
Looks like Six Flags is ramping up the screams.
Six Flags is the largest theme park chain in the world, operating the most properties currently. With most of 2020's editions opening in 2021, it's time to take a look at what the chain will be adding for 2022. This video is just speculation and opinion based, and nothing was confirmed by Six Flags. Now let's get into it. Let's start off with an easy one. Six Flags Magic Mountain.
The screams will be loud and clear as Six Flags Magic Mountain launches its 20th coaster.
Magic Mountain was rumored to get a large-scale raptor similar to a clone of Jersey Devil at Great Adventure of 2021. Personally, I don't think it will be an exact clone because Jersey Devil was given an original name, which hints at it not being cloned. Anyway, 2020 happened, so I'm gonna assume that project was pushed back a year, though with Magic Mountain opening late for the 2021 season, the Raptor may get pushed off further. Moving now to Six Flags over Texas. I'm gonna predict they will build the world's tallest Zamperla air race, just like the one built at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Six Flags loves buying rides in bulk, especially rides that break records. I would expect to see a lot of these air races pop up. Going now to the second Texas park, Six Flags Fiesta Texas. This park was one of the first to open in 2020, and its most recent coaster was in 2018. Fiesta Texas gets coasters pretty often, and being that the latest one was 4 years ago, I think it's time for a new coaster. This is a Six Flags test park that was home to the first Free Spin and Raptor, so what better time and place would there be for Six Flags to build the world's first SNS Access coaster, possibly even with a launch. Hopefully Six Flags can think of an original name for it and not clone it 1,000 times, though they will probably build larger versions of the coaster if it's successful. Moving to Six Flags New England. New England is due for a new coaster, but since the park was closed the entire 2020 season, I'm gonna say Six Flags will wait a year for their next coaster. But it will be well worth it because I predict they will get a good launch coaster for 2023. I have an interesting idea as to what they could get, but I'm gonna make a detailed video on that. Back to 2022, I think their 2020 Zamperla Endeavor will be delayed to 2022 or another flat ride will open. Moving to Six Flags Darien Lake in New York. I predict they will get a Zamperla Endeavor or a Zamperla Pendulum ride. Six Flags seems to like this park a little more than some of its others, and I would expect them to add a coaster soon, but being that the park was closed for the entire 2020 season, and their latest coaster isn't that long ago from 2018, even though it was before Six Flags operated the park, I think they will have to wait a little longer for the next coaster. Staying in New York but going to Six Flags Great Escape, I predict they will get a new water park edition or have their 2020 ride delayed another year. Great Escape wasn't open at all in 2020 and is a pretty profitable park for the chain with no competition, so Six Flags doesn't favor it when looking to add new attractions. Going to Canada, I think Ronde have Viper. Its 2020 edition delayed until 2022, so no new ride for them. The park wasn't open in 2020 and the 2021 season will likely be cut, so I think Six Flags won't want to give them another edition, especially since it's La Ronde we're talking about. Next up is Six Flags St. Louis. I don't know why, but I feel like a Raptor clone is coming here in 2022. The park could really use a new coaster, and a Raptor would fit perfectly. This has been rumored for a while, and if it doesn't happen in 2022, I still think it will happen a little later down the line. The park was built up by Six Flags, and I think the chain will start focusing on it a little more. Moving to Six Flags America, I don't think they will get anything new either. I'm predicting the 2020 attraction delayed further until 2022. I think this park may start getting treated a little better, but being that it was closed all 2020, it wouldn't make much sense for the chain to invest more into it for this year. From Six Flags America to Six Flags Great America, I'm predicting their 2020 edition being delayed again or a new flat ride coming. They were supposed to get a water coaster in 2020, which was delayed until 2021, but being that the park didn't open at all in 2020, it's possible that addition will be pushed back another year. Great America is almost due for a coaster, and 2022 marks 3 years since Max Force, but I think they can wait a little longer. I think the wait will be well worth it. Now moving to Six Flags Great Adventure. The last water park addition to this park was almost 10 years ago. I think it's time for a new water slide, but not just any. How about a water coaster? The likes of the one going to Great America in 2021. Great Adventure is one of the biggest parks in the Six Flags chain, so a water coaster sounds just right. For Discovery Kingdom, it's hard to predict, but I guess a flat ride or the 2020 coaster delayed until 2022. The park is really low on space, so there's not much else they can do. Six Flags Over Georgia. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they opened their 2020 edition in 2020. The park opened pretty early in 2020, and I would say a coaster would come for the 2022 season. It's been years since their latest coaster, and they are long overdue. Over Georgia usually gets treated similar to Over Texas, yet Over Georgia never got a free spin. Over Texas is getting Aquaman Power Wave in 2021, so that's an option too. I predict a 4D free spin or a Mach Power Splash coming to Six Flags Over Georgia in 2022. Now it's time for Six Flags Mexico. This park has been treated pretty well by the chain, and I think the world's tallest Zamperla air race will open here in 2022. The park has no competition, so Six Flags doesn't invest too much, but they do give them decent additions. Mexico is almost due for a coaster, but I think it's not yet time for that. That's it. Is the list over? Oh, I forgot the one park that doesn't even have the Six Flags name associated with it. Is the park that bad that it's too bad for Six Flags? Frontier City! Enough with the jokes though. I think Frontier City will get a new flat ride similar to the one delayed from Great Escape and St. Louis from 2020. Do you agree with my predictions? Do you think Six Flags is in the budget to open 4 new coasters in 2022? Let me know in the comments.